afternoon and welcome to NTV News. I'm Siksha Sharma. Let's take a look into the headlines first. Newly elected House Speaker Kimire takes oath of office and secrecy from the President to assume office today itself. House of Representatives to elect Deputy Speaker tomorrow. Candidacy registration slated for 1 to 4 p.m. today. 9 countries pledged to send heavy weapons to Ukraine. U.S. to supply $2.5 million package, including armored vehicles and air defense systems. And Paris Saint-Germain ages Riyadh All-Star 11 5-4 in a Welcome back to NTV News. We take a look into news in detail now. Newly elected Speaker of the House of Representatives, Devraj Kimire, took the oath of office and secrecy today. President Vidya Devi Bhandari administered the oath to Speaker Kimire at a function in Sheetal Nivas a while ago. Speaker Kimire is scheduled to assume office today itself. Kimire was elected on Sunday with a majority of 167 members of House of Representatives on Thursday. His contender was Ishwari Devi Nyupane of Nepali Congress. Meanwhile, election representatives are asked to register the nominations from 1 to 4 p.m. today. The election for the post is being held tomorrow. Senior member of the House of Representatives Pashupati Samsher Rana informed that the meeting of the House of Representatives shall convene at 1 p.m. tomorrow to elect the Deputy Speaker. Secretary at the Federal Parliament Secretariat Gopal Nath Yogi has been assigned as the election officer for the election of the Deputy Speaker. Taking it to Karnali now, where Karnali's Chief Minister Rajkumar Sharma is taking a vote of confidence today. According to the Provincial Assembly Secretariat, the Chief Minister will take the vote of confidence from the meeting of the Provincial Assembly. In the afternoon, Sharma, the Provincial Parliamentary Party leader of the CPN Mao Centre, was appointed as the Chief Minister on January within 30 days of the appointment of the Chief Minister. Chief Minister Sharma is preparing to expand the cabinet after taking the vote of confidence. And we take a look into a short break here. More news follows up next. Stay with us. Welcome back to NTV News. Towards other development in the home front, Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal and Minister for Health and Population Padam Giri have announced the donation of their bodies after their demise at a grand gathering organized this morning by the Shahid Dharma Bhakta National Transplant Center on the occasion of the successful kidney transplant of 1,000 people. The Prime Minister and the Health Minister made such announcement. On the occasion, Centre's Director Dr. Pukar Chandra Shrestha handed over the donor card to Prime Minister Dahal. Likewise, Prime Minister handed over the card to Health Minister Giri. Taking you to highland areas in Humla, where the district has witnessed a snowfall from last night, the first of its kind in this winter. Of Simcoe have been enjoying the snowfall that occurred after a long gap. However, normal life has been affected in the northern belt of the district. Also, Basura district has received a snowfall from Thursday. The district has received rain coupled with strong wind due to an impact of westerly low pressure system. Most of the northeast part of the district have witnessed the snowfall in Basura. However, the farmers in the highland areas are elated with the rainfall, hoping that the rain could ensure better yield of the winter crops. Time to take a look into the international updates, where more countries have answered President Volodymyr Zelensky's call to send further arms to Ukraine. The US says a package worth $2.5 billion will be sent, including armored vehicles and air defense systems. Several European nations promised their own new packages, including hundreds of missiles pledged to Kyiv by the UK, are set to coordinate arms supplies. 9 countries, the UK, Poland, Latvia, Lithuania, Denmark, Czech Republic, Estonia, the Netherlands, and Slovakia promised more support. Taking it to South Korea now, where about 500 people were evacuated from their homes on Friday due to a fire in Korea's Guryong village, one of the last remaining shanty towns in Seoul. The fire authorities there said no deaths or injuries have been reported so far. The A local news agency quoting a fire official said that fire engulfed around 2,700 square meters of the fire-prone town. More than 900 firefighters, police officers and government officials were dispatched to fight the blaze and handle evacuations. Currently, there are around 6 with vinyl plywood panels there in the last remaining shanty towns of the South Korean city of Seoul. And let's take a look into yet another break. Stay with us for more updates. Welcome back to NTV News, taking a look into more international updates. Japan's inflation rate has jumped to a fresh 41-year high as businesses pass on higher costs to their customers. Core consumer prices for last month rose by 4% from a year earlier, double the Bank of Japan's target level. It puts further pressure on the central bank to put up its interest rates to help ease the rising cost of living. This week, the Bank of Japan everything from food to fuel. Official data released on Friday showed inflation was at its highest since 1981, the 9th month in a row that it had been above the central bank's 2% target. A cane toad so giant that the wildlife officers thought it was fake and that had been found in a North Australian rainforest. The monstrous specimen is 6 times bigger than the average toad and it weighs about 2.7 kilograms and could break a world record. Dubbed as the Toadzilla, the animal was quickly placed in a container and removed from the wild. Toads, which were first introduced to Australia in 1935, are one of the country's most damaging pests and are now estimated to number over 2 billion. And let's take a look into the highlights of what's coming up. Cristiano Ronaldo scored twice in his first game in Saudi Arabia, and Lionel Messi was also on the score sheet as Paris Saint-Germain edged a Riyadh All-Star 11 5-4 in a thrilling contest. The exhibition match in the Saudi capital saw 2 of the greatest players of all time sharing a pitch together for possibly the final time. Messi opened the scoring and Ronaldo netted twice for 2-2 at half-time. The Argentina captain latched on to Neymar's pass and converted the opener after just 2 minutes, but the 37-year-old Portugal skipper was not to be outdone. But the French side played much of the game with 10 men as Yohan Bernat received a straight red card for hauling down Saudi international. Ronaldo has had to wait for his debut since a big move to Al Nassr because of a suspension from his time at Manchester United. But he will make his competitive debut for his new side on Sunday when they host Ettifaq Al-Mosul Park. Andy Murray produced another scarcely believable display to fight back from 2 sets down to beat Thanasi Kokkinakis this year, following Cameron Norrie and Dan Evans into the last 32. And that was a wrap-up from the sports front. We've come to the end of the bulletin. A quick reminder of the top stories so far. Newly elected House Speaker Gimire takes oath of office and secrecy from the President to assume office today itself. House of Representatives to elect Deputy Speaker tomorrow. Candidacy registration slated for 1 to 4 p.m. today. 9 countries pledged to send heavy weapons to Ukraine. U.S. to supply $2.5 million package, including armored vehicles and air defense systems. And Paris Saint-Germain edges in Saudi Arabia. That's all for now. We'll be back with another news bulletin in Nepali at 1 o'clock, and our next English news will bring you right at 6 in the evening. Keep watching Nepal Television. Have a great day. Namaste.